So I got into swimming when I was about 7 years old. My brother actually was on the swim team, and I kind of just wanted to do everything that he did. When I was in 6th grade, my parents switched me over to Yorktown Middle School. So it was just all Yorktown school, Yorktown like swimming, and then Yorktown Swim Club too.
So in 2000, that was my first year at Yorktown, and I stayed there through 2007. I knew Kelsi was a different kind of athlete. She was one of the strongest young ladies I've ever coached. My first year, she was probably 11 years old. She was on our summer team with Yorktown Swim Club. I wasn't even sure if she really liked swimming. She came to practice. She was really strong. I thought she was a tremendous athlete, even at a young age. She got a hold of the water pretty quickly and started progressing really well. She was also a full-time high-level gymnast. That you could see that athleticism in the pool, I think. And she talked it over with her parents. She decided that swimming was the route she wanted to pursue. And man, when she committed full-time, you just saw her just take off. It was like a racehorse, literally.
So he was huge for Yorktown swimming. He took a program that was really not very good, and he turned it into kind of like a powerhouse program in Indiana. My sophomore year of high school, Yorktown came in second at state overall, so we came in second to Carmel. He took a small, we're a small school, small program, and he really developed it into a program that was able to compete against some of these bigger, like, powerhouse schools. I loved swimming for him. I swam really well under him, and then he was just also someone that I really was able to confide in, and he helped me work through a lot of different stages of my life. Coming into high school, I was kind of this like young, naive, sheltered freshman, and I really wanted to fit in with like some of the older girls and things like that, and some of my peers that were in my grade, and I just didn't really. So there were times that I felt left out and stuff like that. So he was just really good at dealing with, like typical high school drama and stuff like that.
Growing up is hard. It's hard for everybody. My job is really to listen as a coach. But I care about my athletes, and so to see what she was going through, it wasn't like I had answers, it was that I could listen. But you're also just giving her confidence that she can do it.
He just has a way of talking to people that gets them to kind of calm down and take a step back and look at the bigger picture and continue moving forward even in times where you're unsure.
Heading into her senior year, I had a job offer at Purdue. It was one of the most difficult decisions for me, but...
So he left right before my senior year, which was really, really hard and really devastating for me because he was kind of all I knew.
Her senior year, we still communicated a lot through it. It was not an easy path for her, but being the champion that she is, she came out on top.
That was really hard when he had made that announcement, and it was really sad, but now I give him a hard time for it, and it's not a big deal. So Jay actually helped me a lot when I was looking for a place to go because he knew what kind of swimmer I was and how I trained. So I ended up going to the University of Kentucky for this coach for me in terms of the way that I trained and raced and things like that. And he announced that he was going to be leaving, which was really devastating for me because that was pretty much the reason that I went there was for him. And so after my sophomore year, I decided to transfer. And I got a call from the same coach that recruited me to Kentucky telling me that he was down in Miami. He wanted me to, come check it out and, consider transferring there. And so I inevitably ended up going down to Miami. My senior year, I qualified and was able to go to NCAAs individually, which was really nice because I went to NCAAs my freshman year on a relay. So it was really nice, my senior year to kind of see everything pay off and be able to go as an individual. I was very, very hyper-focused on swimming, and I kind of put all of my eggs in that basket. So I was kind of lost after I graduated, and I didn't really know what I was gonna do. So I moved back home. So I was like, well, I guess I'll go to Ball State for dietetics. And then once I graduated, I started working at Ball State in dining services. And so I was at the student center, and I was actually up at the Starbucks And so I was up there helping them, and Jay walks through the line, and he kind of like looked at me like, I want to talk to you about this, but you're at work right now.
And as soon as I saw her, I was like, man, I'm looking for a new staff that has energy, knowledge. I knew her background, I knew her well, I knew she was a hard worker. So when I saw her there, I was like, Kelsi, would you be interested in being my staff? I'm pretty sure her answer was, thanks, no, I got a good job.
And then a couple weeks later, he came back around. And so at that point, I was like, okay, maybe I should really look into this. That was when I decided to go through the interview process and take the job.
From our history, there was a comfort working with Kelsi.
It's different to go from, he was my mentor and my coach, to now we are equals.
We have a level of communication that's pretty easy and open and honest, but it is different. I'm not talking to her, I'm talking with her.
It's been a learning experience for both of us, but it's been really neat to learn about each other kind of in a different light.
Watching Kelsi grow through her experiences has been a pretty awesome honor. To be a part of that is kind of a coach and walking her up from 11 years old to the young lady she is today.